Good morning and welcome to Scottish Volleyball's Cup Finals weekend. Our first match of the day is our under-16 men's cup final. Please put your hands together for NUVOC Pumas and NUVOC Lionesses.
And good morning and welcome to our fourth and final day of the Scottish Cup finals. But we are our junior day today, so we've got all junior matches all day long. We have our under 16s boys, under 16s girls, under 18s boys and under 18s girls taking place. Coming on the court just now we have the NUVOC Pumas, so stepping on the court we have number 1 Titus Liakavicus, number 4 Oscar Jack, number 8 Michael Wu, number 11 Gabriel Caesar, number 22 Honzik Zikmud, and number 48 Aaron Gillies. This team is coached by Callum Patterson and Michael Wu. Both young coaches very well dressed up today. Callum Patterson in a 3-piece suit. You'll have to see it. On the NUVOC Lions side, we have number 4, Tony Zhang. Number 5, Brody McAleese. We have number 7, Lars Ning. We have number 10, Georgie Kupina. Number 17, Guy Hudson Boyle. We have number 45, Kasper Olasek. And we have libero number 10, number 20, Gabriel Tabares. The NUVOC Lions are coached by Bill Stobie. Our match today is refereed by Alexei Boyso and Bart Zivak. This is the first of our 4 games today taking place. Both NUVOC teams. This shows that NUVOC have such a great youth development programme that they've got 2 teams in this under 16s final. I also believe we'll see the under 16s Pumas later on this afternoon playing in the under 18s match. So strong team, a lot to look out for in this match. If you're watching from home, let us know. Come and join in the chat. Cal Watson already in the chat. And that's Pumas with a serve, tough serve to start with. A little bit of miscommunication there on the Lions. And that serve is in the net, so seems we've got Milo and Cal watching today. Big up number 22. Rev is number 22, so Honzik Zikmund. So Michael, a nice little roll shot there from number 1, Titus Liakavicius. Jack seems to be supporting the Pumas in the chat. Let us know, who do you think's going to win? Pumas or Lions? Proper jungle battle. Oh, clever swing by number 45, Kasper Olasek. Right in the middle of the court, where the Pumas defense wasn't covering. Number 4, Tony Zhang to serve. Well handled by the Pumas defense passing team. Gabriel Caesar with a swing cross court off the block. Milo, Jack and Cal all seem to be supporting the Pumas. Deep serve and the setter, number 17. Guy Hudson-Boyle not able to chase that one down. I think that's a safe bet there, Sean Platt-Stobie. Money's on NUVOC. I think you might be correct in this one. NUVOC versus NUVOC, and I think we know who's going to be the winner. NUVOC, correct. As we said, we'll see this NUVOC Pumas team this afternoon, taking on Dundee Anchor in the under-18s competition, which will take place this afternoon. After this, we have our under-16s cup final, girls' cup final, which will see Cali West taking on NUVOC Lionesses. Then we'll have the boys under-18s final, which will have our NUVOC Pumas taking on Dundee Anchor. And then we'll finish off this afternoon with Caledonia West versus City of Edinburgh Eagles. Big swing by number 5, Brodie McAleese for the Lions. And that's a great set from Michael Wu to find Aaron Gillies in the middle. I know that Coach Bill Stobie for the Lions works with both teams here that are playing just now, and I know they spend a lot of time working on their ball control, making sure they are really solid at keeping themselves in system. A little bit of trick play there from Gabriel Cesar, running around the outside of the middle blocker and hitting the ball over the top of the setter, so the blockers are not sure who's going to get that ball there. Bit of creativity, we haven't actually seen that all weekend from any team. So it's nice to see it here in the under-16s final. That serve is just a little long. Who will be the champions? We reckon the Pumas, the Lions. Who are we going to go for? Milo Webster, Pumas over Lions. We're joined in the booth here by Maddie Webber after her stint doing the cup finals yesterday alongside Kennedy Mason.
Yes, hello Danny. How are you feeling for our last day of cup finals?
I'm looking forward to it. We've got some great games on show. It's great to showcase the junior volleyball.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
Obviously disappointed that we're not going to be having any more after today.
Yes, it is quite a build-up to this weekend, and then it just flies by.
It does, for sure.
Especially when you've got some really good volleyball on display like we have the past 4 days.
Gabriel Cesar with a left-handed jump serve, but that's well handled by number 4, Tony Zhang for the Lions. And that was a net fault there from the Lions.
Danny, what do you make of it being a NUVOC v NUVOC final here?
I think it shows the testament of what they're doing at the club at the moment. They're doing a huge amount on junior development. Bill Stobie and his wife Alison Platts are doing a fantastic job developing the juniors here in Edinburgh. So it shows when you've got 2 teams in this final, and then they've got a girls team in the under-16s final, and they've got their Pumas are playing in the under-18s final. So really shows that they're doing a great job developing these juniors and creating some excellent volleyball players.
Absolutely. I think it's all about just having the opportunity to play. And, you know, Bill Stobie and Allison are definitely giving them that opportunity.
Agreed. Nice pickup by Ann Gillies and a wee cheeky second ball attack by Michael Wu. And they chase that one down, not keeping that ball alive.
It's almost as if the A-frame wasn't there, he could have maybe got it.
That's correct. Maybe next year we just don't have A-frames. Who knows?
These LED boards certainly do the job that an A-frame does, so who knows? Maybe we'll see next year.
Oh, and that's a big swing from Gabriel Cesar at the back row. Tony Zhang not able to control that ball in position 6 for the Lions. It's good to see we've got quite a lot of fans in the stadium already today.
Yes, a lot of hype for these games. You know, as the Foundation Development Officer at Scottish Volleyball, it makes me really happy to see some familiar faces playing in this match. I've seen some of these kids come out to our school festivals. And just to see them keep playing and getting more and more opportunities makes me really happy.
Agreed. I think it is fantastic. We're giving kids the opportunity to play with their school classmates. Maybe that allows them to then potentially join a club afterwards and get more involved in the sport. It's always good to see.
Definitely.
Looks like Lions are struggling a little bit here. 13-4. Pumas are very strong sides. Bill Stobie taking a little time out to talk to his players.
Now, Danny, I know I joined late, but have you discussed the outfits of the coaches for the Pumas?
We have not. That has not been mentioned so far yet. Callum Patterson, very dressed up, as you might be able to see. I'm not sure if we can get a full-on zoom in on that, but Callum is wearing a nice little 3-piece suit over there, and it does look like he's colour matched his tie with the NUVOC maroon colour, which is very impressive.
Very, very smart. You love to see it. You see it a lot at the high levels of volleyball. You know, coaches coming out dressed for the occasion. You don't always get it at the youth level, but it's good to see him bring in some professionalism.
Well, a little bit of an inside story on that as well. I was talking to opposition coach Bill Stobie about it, and he was saying that he usually always dresses up when it's a cup finals weekend, so gets his shirt on for the big matches. Callum knows that as the opposition and decided to get himself a nice little 3-piece suit. So he actually went out and bought the suit just for the special occasion. He does also have his brother's wedding this weekend in 2 weeks' time, I think. So partly the reason he went and bought the suit.
Right.
I also see his assistant coach, Michael Wu. He's also got a wee shirt and tie on. So good to see them coaches starting to dress up for these occasions.
There's no bigger occasion in Scottish volleyball than the cup finals.
Now, I do remember, I think one of my first times playing in the cup finals was in one of the junior events, and my coach at the time was current City of Edinburgh women's first team head coach Ian Brownlee.
Oh wow.
He was the head coach, and him and his assistant coach at the time, Arthur Biaggi, they decided to dress up as well. So they wore their khaki slacks, they wore their nice white shirt, matching tie, and navy blazers. It was quite a look back in the day.
Wow, I would have loved to have seen that. We'll actually see Ian around here later on today in the under-18s Girls Cup final, coaching the City of Edinburgh Eagles against the Caledonia West side. So make sure you check that one out later.
I feel like he'll be a little bit more casually dressed today. I'm assuming shorts and a City of Edinburgh t-shirt, but you never know. He might hear this chat and maybe he'll surprise us. Who knows?
Could be. He's definitely coming off a big win last night from the Women's Scottish Cup.
Oh, that's a huge block by the NUVOC Lions there. That was number 7, Lars Ning, getting up super high and shutting down number 22, Hanzik Zygmunt from the... Sorry, not Hanzik, shutting down Titus Leovicius. Apologies if we're getting some of these pronunciations wrong. And Vicius a little bit scared of the block there, so goes for the tip. Aaron Gillies swings over the top of number 4, Tony Zhang.
I think he might have gotten away with the net touch there.
Possibly.
I don't think it would have mattered all that much, being that it's 18-6, but every point counts in this game of volleyball.
Aaron Gillies with a jump serve.
Ball never lies. Sorry, Danny.
That's correct.
That's what they say in this lovely game.
That's very true. And that was a little foot fault there by number 7, Lars Ning. And we see libero number 20, Gabriel Tabares, coming in for the under-16s Lions. Michael Wu to serve. Nice set from number 17, Guy Hudson-Boyle. And Levicius with a nice swing over the top of the block there.
Really big swing. We've been seeing kind of a pattern with perhaps not the tallest volleyball players jumping quite high and getting some really aggressive swings this weekend. On Saturday, yesterday, in the men's final, our MVP was Andrei Turek, and he is not notoriously a tall guy. He's not a tall guy, but he jumps through the ceiling to put the balls away. And that's what we've just seen from Titus.
That is correct. We definitely have Andre as someone that definitely skies and doesn't let his height be a disadvantage. Would you class yourself in that category, Maddie? You had some big high-flying swings on Friday night in the All-Stars game. Not a giant 6'2" yourself, or?
Listen, Danny, I'm here to just comment on other people's performances.
Okay, we'll leave it there then, Maddie.
All right.
As you said, you were commentating on both finals yesterday. What was your highlight? What's been your highlight game of the weekend so far?
That is a great question. I think we've had a lot of really, really intense games, but being that I play for Sue Ragazzi, it was really, really nice to see our men's first team take home the win yesterday in a thrilling 5-set match between the city of Glasgow Ragazzi and the city of Edinburgh.
I agree, that was a good game. We've got Michael Wu serving for the set here. He goes for a jump serve and he goes long. The score is 24-8. And they will receive with multiple set points to take this one. I agree, Maddie. I think it was a really good game yesterday. Both finals were fantastic. As the national team head coach for the women, it's always nice to see high-level women's volleyball, and seeing many of the girls out on the court in the final yesterday. And seeing City of Edinburgh get that win 3-2.
Definitely, that was a really intense match between the Glasgow Met side and City of Edinburgh.
I really enjoyed some of the schools games on Thursday morning. Huge amount of fans in the audience watching our high school match, our high school cup match, which is fantastic to see. North Berwick managing to get the win on the boys' side. Lots of fans in watching that, and a lot of chat in the commentary as well, which was great to see.
Definitely. I think we were all quite pleasantly surprised with the standard of the boys game and the girls game. A lot of big swings, a lot of big blocks. So it's just good to see. And people being enthusiastic and coming out and supporting their friends and just wanting to see some good volleyball. For sure.
I think we had having the Student Cup finals. It was the first time we've had the Student Cup finals at our finals weekend, and I think it's a great addition for us to have. I think the women's game was a 3-0 win for Edinburgh Uni. A very competent team, obviously playing our Premier League as well. So kind of playing at a slightly higher level on the regular basis compared to St Andrews, and that showed in the match. But the match between Strathclyde and Heriot Watt, lots of Premier League players on show, multiple players from Strathclyde playing for Suragazi and Metz. I'll make sure I mentioned that Kasper Kablowski, I was saying he played for Metz on that live stream, and I have to apologise to Kasper when he's a Surigasi player, but
He is. He just got promoted with Forza
He
Ragazzi
did,
this year,
correct.
so they will be in the Prem next year. Going back to what you said about the St. Andrews and Edinburgh Uni game, it was, yeah, Edinburgh Uni was definitely the more dominant side, but then in the end, St. Andrews ended up winning the plate, so they got their win after all.
they did.
The SSS men's final between Harriet Watt and Strath was intense, and the atmosphere in Pleasance was just electric. We had Volleyball out dancing. We had some drums in the audience. We had chants being led. It was a sight to see.
Definitely. I think that's an event that's definitely going to be staying in the future at our Cup Finals weekend, so keep an eye out for that next year. Looking forward to seeing those student teams back. Will we have the same student teams on display, or will we have different programs showing what they can do to compete? As you can see on the live stream chat, we've got a nice question for you. What's your favorite animal? Is it the lion or is it the puma?
Both are big cats.
What about you, Maddie? What's your favorite one?
Oh gosh. Well, I am inclined to say a lion because I'm born in the month of July and I am a Leo. So I have to go with lion here. What about you, Danny? What are you saying?
Well, I would say I think I'm going to go with lion as well, mainly because my son likes to run around the house roaring like a lion. So I think that'll be a similar choice.
That's fair. Do pumas roar?
Pumas.
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 I apologize. It's the American.
the
That's how
American
we
in you.
say it in America.
Puma.
A puma.
Puma.
A puma versus a puma. Let's get in the chat. How do you pronounce the word? Is it puma, like Maddie says, or puma?
I'm pretty
Like
sure they
Danny
make
says.
more of a cat meow noise.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe we'll have to ask the team on court. Maybe their chant needs to be a real life puma roar.
Yes. Perhaps they can enlighten us.
Another question in the chat. Do you pronounce it puma or puma?
Puma or puma?
Let's see if we can get back to the volleyball now instead of this banter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got Michael Wu back to serve. See if he goes for that big jump serve again. No, he's going back to the ball control float serve. Down the line. Nice pass by Tony Zhang. Great block touch there by number 10, Georgie Cupinia. Nice set by Michael Wu to Gabriel Caesar for the nice high swing off the block. Good job, Milo. That's how I would pronounce it as well. You are correct.
Milo wants to see a Hansic spike.
Sorry, Mike, your comment is invalid, I'm afraid. Micah.
Thank you, Micah. Another big swing from Titus. With Michael Wu back to serve. We obviously have these sound bites that we're playing here at Cup Finals. And for a second, Michael Wu back to serve, and I thought it was saying, here comes the woo. But alas, it was saying, here comes the boom.
Maybe that's something we need to work on for next year. Maybe we should create our own chants.
Yeah.
Give head of performance, Ali Jack, some other buttons to push over there.
Yes. If you have any suggestions for buttons, put it in the chat. No idea what a puma is. Well,
thanks, Sean.
It is. I guess you'll just never know.
it can be a bit of a challenge for these Americans to speak properly.
I do try.
Hopefully my wife's not listening on the live stream, because that comment might get me in trouble. But
Yeah, let's give a quick shout out to Lexi. Great volleyball player. She was in the ball time as well. She would probably say at Puma.
yeah, I'm pretty sure she would.
Whoa!
That's a huge swing there by number 22, Hamzak Nichmund. He's been getting a bit of a shout out in the comments earlier.
Yeah, Milo wanted to see a spike, and
Yeah.
he got it.
Cal's looking for that as well, so there we go. That's your spike. Hope you were watching. Tony Zhang with a pick up in the back row. Number 4, Oscar Jack with a kill. And we're taking a timeout, and it's 7-1 to the Pumas. Timeout for Coach Bill Stobie. I think the Lions are doing an excellent job fine here. Obviously, it shows that the Pumas are the more experienced team, got a little bit more physicality, and have been playing for a little bit longer. But the Lions are not giving up. They're fighting as hard as they can, and not making sure this game is not a walkover. It's great to see the way that they're fighting spirit, and they're straight back on court, ready to play this next point. We're ready to go here, where we've got Liakovicis at the service line. And there's another big swing there by Zygmunt. I'm sure his fan club are happy to see that one. Great hustle there by the Lions to keep that one alive.
Nice dig.
Great swing, but that's a solid block from Gabriel Cesar. Pumas are not slowing down here. Knowing that they've got another game later on today, maybe not trying to waste as little energy as possible. Want this game finished in 2 sets. Cesar with a cross-court swing. It's always a bit of a challenge for the block when they're dealing with a lefty on that side. Have it line up slightly differently. Have to make sure you're watching the opposite shoulder. Can take a little bit of time to get used to that as the blocker, trying to line up in the correct way. Not always thinking about it in the moment. Cesar stepping into set there, and a little bit of a misconnection with Zygmunt in the middle.
Now, I believe the NUVOC Pumas, however you say it, will have additional players this afternoon. A couple more, because that is their under 18 squad, and obviously you have to be under 16 for this squad. So it'll be interesting to see where these players fit in with those players as well.
Excellent. Well, that's information that I did not know, so thanks for that one, Maddie. We will be adding some additional, so let's keep an eye out who's going to be stepping into this Pumas team later on. And that's a net fault by the Lions there. And we have number 45, Kasper Olasek, back to serve. Nice deep serve. Well handled by the Pumas, but it's a good swing by Ann Gillies. It's well picked up by the libero Gabriel Tavares for the Lions. Just creeps back over the net, and Gillies uses his height. Just throw that ball down. Aaron's older sister, Jessica, is a volleyball player. Currently plays for Napier University. I know she was down with the Triple S squad in Wales last week, taking part in a competition where the Scottish students finished second in the women's competition. Jessica, also a former City of Edinburgh player. So Aaron following in his sister's footsteps in the volleyball career.
Do you think we'll see Aaron move over to the City of Edinburgh side at any point?
Well, he used to be with City of Edinburgh. He played with City of Edinburgh the last few years. And then I think this year, when they didn't have an under-16s team, he chose to make the move over to NUVOC so he could still play junior volleyball and compete with that. So I think that's part of the reason why Aaron moved across to the NUVOC side of the city to take part.
That's some great insight, Danny.
I also know that Aaron and Gabriel, played together in the Beach Nevza competition last season down in Bridlington. So maybe there was a little bit of communication when they were down playing together. They wanted to team up on the indoor side as well. So there we go. You get some useful, or some might say useless, facts listening to our live stream.
If you ever find yourself in a Scottish volleyball trivia night, you're definitely going to want Danny on your team.
Yeah, that might be the only thing I'm useful for on trivia nights. Music rounds I'm usually not too bad at either. Sometimes sports, but
my pop culture is all right.
There we go. Maybe we should have a Scottish volleyball quiz night.
Maybe. Let us know in the chat if you would come along to a Scottish volleyball quiz night. Apologies.
That's a great serve by Gabriel Caesar, straight in the middle of the court. Doesn't give the Lions any chance to move for that one. Score is 17-4.
Another really strong serve from Gabriel Caesar.
Seems to have maybe gone a little bit flat on the Lions side of the court. Always tough when you've got big jump serves ripping at you. That's another great serve by Caesar. Right into that, clipping that baseline. See the Lions having a little bit of communication, trying to decide who's taking that next time.
It can be really challenging when you're down so much to try and find the fight to keep going.
Correct. There we go. That's a great pickup by number 20. Oh, and unfortunately, the Lions just stopped after that ball was overpassed. And that gave Michael Wu the chance just to roll that ball back into court. It's also with all being from one club, it's just the players that we have on court. Neither team have any subs to make. Another roll shot.
Do we think Gabriel's going all the way? Do we think he's taking them to 25?
We could do. We got four more serves. I think he can serve 4 more points. He could do. Seems to have quite a consistent serving action. Nice pass there from a little bit confusion of who's blocking and who's hitting there in that situation. Number 7, Lars Ning, with the attempt to block, but that just sneaks down in front of him. I think the Lions are just trying to figure out their rotation here.
switch it up with a little float serve.
All picked up by the Pumas. They go behind to Caesar, who swings high off the hands for the kill. As I said, we've got lots of volleyball on today. After this, we have our under-16s girls a cup final between Caledonia West and NUVOC Lionesses. Then after that, we'll have our boys under-18s final, which will be our NUVOC Pumas versus Dundee Anchor. And then we will have, to finish off the day, we will have Caledonia West again, under 18s this time, taking on City of Edinburgh Eagles.
Should be a lot of really good volleyball.
Quite a rivalry between Cali West and City of Edinburgh. So we usually see those two teams competing in the under 18s women's competition, so it'll be good to see them taking part in a great game to finish the game today. I think we're having a check to make sure we got the right server. A little bit of confusion who was serving there. I think they thought Alexi Boyce had blown the whistle, but not quite. I think we got lucky because number 5, Brody McAleese, actually stepped on the line there, so I'm not sure if it would have counted. And it went long, so.
If I'm his teammate, I'm telling him, watch your feet. Don't step on that line.
He steps back that time, does a great job. Michael Wu out towards Levicius for the swing. Free ball over. It's a swing by Oscar Jack to win it, and that's the Pumas win our under 16s boys competition.
Congratulations to the Pumas. Did I say that right, Danny?
Yeah, it was close enough, Maddie.
Cool.
We might just have to let that one go because we've got another match with the Pumas later on.
Yes, absolutely. Well,
So we got, let's see, who's your MVP? We've got Jack and Milo both reckon it's going to be Honzik. Boba, you said Gabe. Gabe did have a great serve and run there in that second set. Milo, you've gone for, you're going for doubling up. I thought you said Keemon, but that's not somebody who's playing. So this game was refereed by Alexi Boyso, Bartek, Big Bart. Just waiting around for the presentation now. Might be able to see here our nice, we have both teams lining up for the presentation. Our presentation is going to be done by Scottish Volleyball CEO Margaret Ann Fleming, MBE. Assisted by Special Events Commission member Sam Ferguson. As I'm sure you can see from around today, we have the LED boards around the court. It's the first time we've had the LED boards provided to us in partnership with IBB LED. Sam has been working on these, on the banners. Here we go for our MVP for today's match. There we go. We are our man of the match is Gabriel Cesar. So Boba, you get points for that. You get 5 gold stars. If you get 1,000,000 gold stars, you get a free ticket next year.
We'll see you next year.
And here we go. So being presented their runners-up medals. First one up is number 17, Guy Hudson-Boyle. Number 20, Gabriel Tabares. Number 4, Tony Zhang. Number 5, Brody McAleese. Number 7, Lars Ning. Number 10, Georgi Kupinia. And number 45, Kasper Olasek. And then coached by Bill Stobie. And now we're presenting our trophies to the winners. NUVOC Pumas coming to get their awards now. First up to receive the award is number 4, Oscar Jack. No relation to Ali Jack. Number 8, Michael Wu. Number 11, MVP Gabriel Cesar. Number 22, Honzik Zikmund. Number 48, Aaron Gillies. Assistant coach, Michael Wu. Head coach, suited and booted, Callum Patterson. And then captain, Titus Leovicius. Leovicius to receive the Scottish Junior Cup from Margaret Ann Fleming. And there we go. Make sure he's going with his team to celebrate. There we go. NUVOC Pumas win the first game on this final day of our Scottish Volleyball Cup finals. We'll be getting team photos and photos with family members. As we said, we've got 3 more matches to go today. Our next match on court will be our under-16s girls final between Cali West and NUVOC Lionesses. Will NUVOC Lionesses be able to continue on this run today of junior wins, or are a strong Cali West team going to put a stop to that already? We will see you later in the next match.